Hey, Angela, we're rolling. Let's bring these people into the video. Action.
Hey y'all, it's Angela DiMarco, Mighty Tripod Acting Studio, but I'm missing somebody. You know who I'm missing? My other half, my partner in crime and in life, David S. Hogan. He's about to hop in here and we're going to talk to you today all about lights.
Hi, my name is David S. Hogan.
I'm Angela DiMarco.
We are Mighty Tripod Acting Studio, and this is a video all about lighting for your self-tapes and for the Zoom room, right?
Yeah.
Because those auditions at home, whether they're a tape or you're doing a Zoom-based or a virtual call, a video conference, your space has to look good, and lighting is the first thing we are going to start with. So here we go. All right,
Let's
Angela.
do it.
Angela's going to be my assistant. She's stepping onto that side of the camera. So, Angela, what do you see? Do you see reflections in my glasses? As far as the ring light, right? So the ring light is designed to go kind of right behind the camera. So if you're using it that way, as it's intended, you're gonna get reflections in glasses if you wear glasses. Now if you don't wear glasses, heck, you're probably good to go. What you see here is one ring light and two soft boxes, which are mostly lighting the background, and a bit of that light is being cast on me. Angela, do me a very quick favor. Well, actually, we're not going to do that. The first thing we're going to do, see, I was going to go there, but I'm going to go here. We're going to put a backdrop here, because obviously you have to have a neutral background, and we're going to turn off all these lights and show you what it looks like with just overhead room lights, which might not be the best way to go. Okay, I'm back. In case we forgot to mention it, we are from Seattle, and this is our home setup, our studio in Georgetown. Okay, we got overhead room lights only. This is what self-taping spaces might look like if you don't add lights. This look is probably not good enough. I am taping at night. There is no light coming in through the windows, all right? I'm about yay far away from the camera. I usually am a little bit closer because I am using the iPhone's internal microphone, and usually I'm creeping a little bit closer for that medium close-up, and then the audio sounds fine, okay? All right, we did add the backdrop. As you can see, this is double-sided. The other side is gray. Blue and gray are great colors. All right, let's cut, and let's start adding back in light. Box lights only. Okay, we're back. I'm wearing the green and the gold because I've heard all kinds of rumors about these supersonics coming back to town. I know Angela would like that. And of course, I got to support the BM. Beast mode, duh. All right, so now we have no overhead lights on, and we have two box lights, or soft boxes, and they are pretty much on the same axis or at the same plane as the camera. All right, Angela, what are you seeing? How do things look as far as the video quality?
Got rid of all those shadows.
Okay, were there shadows on me or on the backdrop
On
before?
you and the backdrop.
What about now? Are there
those shadows
shadows?
are gone.
Okay.
Very, very light shadows, but that's okay. Versus
cool.
The other ones were distracting.
All right.
Your skin tone on point.
Skin tone looks okay?
Before it was
a little
not,
messy?
It was not right.
Just not enough light. Not enough light. For your information, we are filming with the iPhone X or iPhone 10. We are using the front-facing camera, not the rear-facing or the selfie camera. And I believe we're filming in 1080p, but I will check in just a moment so you have all those specs. All right, in a second, we're gonna add the ring light. Be right back. Okay, and we're back. Hello again. Angela, will you please initiate AEAF lock on the iPhone?
Yes, sir. So I'm pressing my finger on the screen. I get a little box and it flashes AEAF lock, and a little sunshine appears. And what I'm going to do...
You can actually drag your finger up and down,
look how dark it is
change
there.
the brightness.
Look how bright it is there. And we want that happy medium.
So dial that in to make it look really, really good. And then we're going to add a bit of light with the ring light to see if that actually makes things better. Okay, cool. All right, so now we've got 1, 2, 3 lights on. And you can, because the ring light has a dimmer, the box lights don't. Not these anyway. You can certainly get box lights, softbox kits that have dimmers, but these don't. So the only way to make these brighter is to bring them closer. If you want less light from the box lights, you gotta push them back. With this ring light or with LED kits, you often have exposure or brightness dimmers. All right, so how are things looking? Now let me take these off. Sorry, this is, I'm not wearing any makeup today, which is, and that's not really, it's kind of amusing, but often, if not every single time, a human being is on camera. When you get booked on a thing, they put makeup on your face. So there's no reason why I couldn't wear makeup if I wanted to balance out the tones, because I get a bit red. Cool. I get a blemish or two. So occasionally, yeah, I throw on makeup for an audition. There's no shame in my game. So how are things looking?
Looking good.
What about, I was talking about camera settings. So I confirmed I'm filming in 1080p. Again, this is the iPhone. The camera format is set to most compatible. Not high efficiency. Okay, so now are we liking the way this looks? Is there anything else we should do before we move on to our next test?
Next test.
Next test. Okay, let's do the next test. Ring light only. The room feels so much darker because again, there's no lights. The only light is the ring light. The softbox lights are off. So it just feels dark. It feels extra moody. It feels like I would only be recording a scene for a horror film. I don't know what it looks like. Angela, does it look like?
It
doesn't look great.
No,
Moody?
Yeah, a little too moody. It's darker behind you.
Cool.
And you can assume and tell, oh, he's just got a ring light.
Cool. We're going to try one other thing because maybe you just have one ring light and you're playing around with it. This is a rather small room. If I wanted to use this ring light to light more than just my face and I wanted it to light more of the environment, I would need to increase the intensity of the ring light, but then it starts basically burning my eyes, literally. Well, not literally, but it hurts, right? You have to move this ring light pretty far away. So we're going to try that. I've also had some clients who have used the ring light not as kind of a light right next to the camera, right behind it, but off to the side and then put up a reflector on this side. So then you have ring light coming in here, the light spills and then it hits the reflector and it fills in any shadows. So maybe we'll try that because we can actually get the ring light further away if we go on the diagonal. So the ring light's now in a different position, maybe 2.5, 3 feet behind the camera. Now, if you've ever owned or purchased a ring light, they come with that kind of built-in stand where you put the iPhone or the smartphone right inside the ring light. That's not how this is set up. Right now the iPhone is on a tripod with a iPhone bracket, so I can move the ring light wherever I want, right? Pro tip. Cool. So this is now, there might be a shadow behind me, maybe a little bit. We're going to talk about getting rid of that. Well, you know how you can get rid of that, right? I mean, I have another light right here. I just need light. I just need light to make that shadow go away. Okay, so there's a light there. Can you kind of feather that away from my face? That means just kind of twist it away. Cool, so now this is a 2-light setup. That's basically my key light, my primary light.
This looks good.
And Angela likes the way this looks. This light is filling in shadows, so key, fill, not 3-point lighting because we only have 2 lights, but key and fill. Again, this is not on a dimmer. The final test, again, we do have 3 lights, so that's what we're working with here. Ring light is pretty much right where the camera is, right around the camera. And now these soft boxes are behind me a little bit, and they're pointed towards me a little bit. And when you move the lighting units this way or that way, that's technically called feathering. So you can always play with feathering, but basically these are here to provide a little bit of light for me, but also a bit of light for the backdrop.
Which is gray now.
Which is magically now gray. So as we talk about all the time in the industry, blue and gray are very standard, typical, recommended colors, and this backdrop is very helpful because one side's blue, one side is gray. Thank you. The only thing I would, you'll see this out there, the chroma green or the bright green, which is used for, green screening and swapping out the color green with like castles and dragons. Please never use that for a self-tape, okay? Let me just do one thing here since we still have each other. What do we think about that, Angela? Do we like that better?
Looking handsome.
But the light went off. Is that good or bad?
Well, I think it depends on what your audition is, because obviously you guys see all that light really is affecting behind David.
Sure.
But this ring light, because he's at a good distance from it, he's still getting good skin tone, he's still getting good light on his face and enough on the back.
Yeah.
So really, those lights behind you, it's like a bonus.
Yeah, and good distance means I can, I'm about a foot away, I'm reaching out, and I'm still about another foot from the camera. The ring light is just behind that. Mm-hmm. So everything is just about arm's distance, and this is kind of all the room that I have to play because of the confines of this particular environment. Look up 3-point lighting because there's all kinds of things you can do to make subjects like you look as flattering as possible, and 3-point lighting is really how to get that done, but it's not really necessary for a self-taped audition. We just need to be able to see you, hear you, and no distractions behind you. So obviously, Can you see the wall behind the backdrop or on the edges? So we took that down just because I wanted to put these two box lights a bit behind me, and I couldn't do that when the backdrop was on the stand. Where'd that stand go? I wanted to demo that. Can you hand me that, please? Thank you. So this is the backdrop stand that we use with the backdrop. Oops. With the backdrop you see behind me, just clips right there just like that. A lot of times when you purchase a backdrop, a collapsible backdrop like this, it won't come with a stand. So make sure you pick one of those up. All right, anything else I should talk about, Angela DiMarco, before I let these fine folks get about their day?
If you have friends who own these lights or can get their hands on these lights, or even renting for a day, before you purchase, test it out.
Yeah.
Test it out. Everybody's skin tones are different. Everyone has different backdrops,
True.
different environments that they're filming in. So make sure you find what's right for you. What's right for your friend Susie might not be what's best for you.
Disembodied voice. Why don't you join me over here? It's so funny. They're like, why don't we get to see the wonderful Angela DiMarco? Before I let her continue, don't forget, subscribe, like. You can find us on the internet. You know what to do if you're watching this on YouTube.
Come on, mightytripod.com. And for those of you watching, I'm assuming it's because you're an actor or you want to be. And because of the state of the world right now, Mighty Tripod is online. So if you haven't trained with us, you can now because our classes are virtual. So mightytripod.com. And from us to you, be mighty.